All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something, well, something pretty specific and, let's be honest, kind of strange. We're decoding the spiritual meaning of that sudden ringing sound in your left ear. I mean, you know the one, right? It just happens, totally out of the blue. That sudden sharp ring, or maybe a low buzz that feels like it's coming from inside your own head. It's surprisingly common, and for a lot of us, it just feels like it's gotta be more than just random noise. And yeah, that's really the big question we're diving into. What if it's not just random? What if it's actually a message? Something trying to get your attention? Okay, so before we jump in too deep, we have to get something straight. It's super important to know the difference between a physical thing and, well, what we're talking about today, a spiritual signal. We're focusing on those quick, fleeting moments that they just feel different, like they actually mean something. Look, on one side, you've got real physical causes, right? Tinnitus, stress, maybe even too much coffee. Those can all cause ringing. And hey, if it's happening all the time, you should absolutely 100% go see a doctor. But on the other side, you've got these spiritual signals, these little nudges from your intuition, messages from your inner world. And that's exactly what we're exploring here. So why the left ear? I mean, why is it so specific? Well, in a lot of spiritual traditions, the left and right sides of your body are seen as having totally different jobs. And the left side, that's often thought of as your spiritual antenna. So think about it like this. It all comes down to energy. This is where the idea of yin energy comes in. And just to be clear, this has nothing to do with gender. It's about a type of energy, one that's receptive, intuitive, and tied to our subconscious. So the left side of the body is seen as the main channel for receiving all those subtle internal messages. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. When that left ear rings, it's basically an alert from your own internal system. It's telling you, hey, pause for a second. What are you absorbing right now? It's a huge opportunity for a little self-check-in. All right, so let's break down the sounds themselves. First up, the high-pitched ring. This one is usually seen as something really positive. Not a warning, but more like a spiritual upgrade, a good sign. So that sharp, light little ding, it could mean your awareness is expanding, that your whole energy field is recalibrating to a higher vibe. Some people call it a spiritual download, like a little flash of insight from your higher self. It's often seen as a gentle nudge saying, yep, you're on the right path. Kind of wild to think about, isn't it? That a tiny sound could mean all that. Okay, so what do you actually do when it happens? Instead of just ignoring it, try this super simple 3-step reset. First, just pause. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Second, try to remember the exact thought you just had. And third, silently ask yourself, what am I supposed to get from this right now? It's all about tuning in to that specific moment. Okay, now for the total opposite, the low-pitched buzz, that heavy, deep hum. This one feels different. It's usually not seen as an upgrade, but more like a, hey, pay attention signal, a call to get grounded and realign yourself. Yeah, people often see this sound as a kind of spiritual red flag. It could be a sign you're ignoring your gut feeling, holding on to some heavy emotional stuff, or that your energetic walls are a little weak and you're soaking up negativity. But the key thing here, it's not supposed to be scary. It's just a clear signal to stop and check in with what's going on inside. Any warning is just a chance to course correct, right? So here's what you can do right in that moment. First, ground your body. Drink some water. Put your feet flat on the floor. Second, do a quick energy cleanse. Even just washing your hands with intention can work wonders. And third, reset your boundaries. Just say to yourself, I release what isn't mine. Simple as that. And this is probably the most important part of the whole thing. These general ideas are great, but the real meaning, that's all you. It's totally personal. Your life, your situation, that's the key to figuring out what the message is really about. So first things first, check the timing. Think like a detective. What was going on in the minute right before it started? What were you thinking about? Who were you talking to? The timing gives you a huge clue. For instance, if it happens when you're meditating, that could be that spiritual download we talked about. If it happens right after a tense conversation, maybe that's your energy field saying, hey, time for a cleanse. And if it dings right after a big thought or a major decision, whoa, that's a super clear sign your intuition is screaming, look at this. Which of course leads us right here. Think of the ringing sound like a cosmic highlighter. It's literally underlining the exact thought that was in your head when it started. Was it about a person, a choice you have to make, a worry? Whatever it was, the sound is telling you to pay attention to that. You know, there's that old saying that if you're left your ring, someone's talking bad about you. Let's flip that around. This quote really gets it right. The real question isn't who's talking about me. It's, wait, why did my energy just react to something? It's a chance to understand your own boundaries, not worry about what other people are doing. Okay, as we start to bring this all together, it's so important to stay grounded. The whole point is to see this as a helpful signal, not something to be scared of. It's all about balancing that intuition with practical, real-world health. I love this analogy. Your body is like a radio receiver. And if you want to get a clear signal, the radio itself has to be in good shape, right? Stress, being tired, not eating well, that's all just static. It means your physical health is, without a doubt, the foundation for any kind of spiritual or intuitive clarity. And speaking of health, let's be super clear about the red flags. If the ringing is constant, if it's painful, if you're getting dizzy, if it's messing with your hearing, or if it pulses like a heartbeat, forget all the spiritual stuff for a minute and go see a doctor. Seriously. Taking care of your body is just about the most spiritual thing you can possibly do. So, at the end of the day, what's the big takeaway? Think of left ear ringing as a sign that's pointing inward. It's a little nudge from your own intuition, telling you to look at your emotions, your energy, and what you're picking up from the world. So, let's do a super quick review. Left side, that's your receiver. High-pitched sound, that's an upgrade or a download. Low-pitched sound, that's a warning to check in and realign. And the most important thing, your context is the key to the whole message. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. The next time you get that sudden, weird little ring in your ear, you'll have a totally new way to think about it. It's not just noise, it's an invitation to listen, just a little bit deeper. So the real question is, what will you be listening for?